For the culture.
Back at it again. It's the Photo Culture Podcast. You got me, Rose, Lisa, and Clark couldn't make it today, and we got a special guest with us, Dae Dal.
What's happening? It's your boy Dae
What's
Dal.
going on, man?
Cool, and how y'all doing?
We're doing good. Can't complain.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I was just reading the I don't know if you guys heard about it, but recent spikes of coronavirus going up in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not leaving my house.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're trying to bring the NBA to Orlando, but now people are like, the players are like, I don't know, because they don't want to risk it and everything like that. You heard about that?
I ain't hear about
They've
that.
been trying to bring him to Orlando though. They've been trying to bring him to Orlando though.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that, but they're like fights within the players where some players want to play and the other players don't want to play, but now the coronavirus spike. So they're like, okay, so what's the purpose now? But it is what it is, I guess.
It's true.
I said a lot of things are speeding back up now, because a lot of things were slowing down because of coronavirus, but I feel like things are starting to open back up and get back on track.
You guys feel like they open up too fast, too early?
Yeah.
Probably too early.
Okay. All right, so let's start with the bow-legged baby, man.
Yo, what's happening? You asked bow-legged baby? You asked me like what that is?
Well, is it because you're bow-legged, or is that a different term to the name?
I'm bow-legged a lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, a
He's
lot.
like a lot.
Yeah. I forgot how it came about. I think I was making a song in the studio, and I just ended up saying, and I was like, oh, so that's kind of far. And then I just kept doing it. And then they always notice me because of my bow legs. So I was like, okay. But nobody really called me that. Like, only sometimes people say that. It's just something I just came up with.
How did you get the name DaeDal.Tm?
DaeDal.Tm. Well, the TM and DaeDal just stands for touch money. And then DaeDal, I used to ride. I'm actually trying to get back into reading, but I used to read a lot, growing up and things like that. And one of the things that interested me was Greek mythology. And so DaeDal, he was a craftsman. And so basically DaeDal stands for uniquely craftable art. So that's where I got my name from. That's what DaeDal stands for.
Okay, that's unique. I don't think I ever met an artist that said that.
I know, that really was unique. Greek mythology is where you got it from, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
What made you stop reading it?
What I stopped reading, I guess I still read to this day. You can never stop reading, but I kind of I sort of lost the love for reading in maybe I'm gonna say middle school, because they made us start doing it wasn't, oh, I want to go read no more. It was, you have to read, you have to do this, you have to do that. You feel me? So them giving us work and things like that, making me do something that I love doing, but at the same time I don't feel like doing it, made me kind of lost a love for it. But since this quarantine started, with everything coronavirus going on, I actually tried to get back into that, because I realized that this day and age, our youth attention span is very little, very small. And so I try to find ways to build that back up. That's why a lot of kids, they like to watch movies rather than read books, or they like to watch a music video than listen to the actual song. So that's one thing I tried working on. But I kind of lost the love in middle school reading, but I'm actually trying to get back into that, So my siblings as well, telling them to read and things like that, because knowledge is key. So that's one thing I'm big on.
That's funny that you said that, because I was very big into reading too when I was younger. But then once they started making you take tests and FCAT and all them stuff, it was I felt like it was getting drowned in my throat. It was thrown in my face a lot. And it kind of made me nah. And then on top of that, they made you read shit that you didn't care about half of the time.
Yeah, you wasn't interested in. And then you got to write about something that you're not interested in.
Yeah, and they expect you to write something that you don't care about. I was like, okay. Yeah. But I guess it did teach me how to write, because then I started writing about stuff that I didn't care about. But it is what it is. Okay. That's cool. So where are you from? So give us a little background on you.
I know, I see Atlanta, Broward. Are you from Atlanta? Did you live in Atlanta?
Yeah. I'm from Atlanta. I moved here actually when I was, I think 15 going on 16. So yeah, I was from Atlanta. but I've been in Broward for about 4 years now, so I be rapping.
Okay, so that's where that Atlanta made comes from.
But no, that's where that came from. But I be rapping now. I've been for a little bit. So yeah, that's where that came from though.
Do you feel like your music it has a little mixture of Atlanta and Broward, or is it like you feel like how would you describe your sound?
My sound, I feel like I would say it's a mixture of a lot of things because I try to listen to all types of music, like different genres and things like that, because that affects my music in a positive way. Like growing up in Atlanta, it was like I don't know if you know artists like Lil Bibby and G Herbo and Young Dolph and things like that. G Herbo, that's what I grew up listening to, and that's like a lot of the things I was around as well. But you know, my mom, she tried her best to make sure that we wasn't, even though we was growing up around it, we didn't associate ourselves with it. So when I moved to Florida, that's when I was able to like expand. I started listening to different types of music, you know, Chance the Rapper, you know, like a whole bunch of different types of genres of music. And so I didn't have like my uncles or my cousins that I'll sometimes be around because like, you know, I'm listening to this, I'm listening to that, but I'm around them. And if they hear me listening to this, they're like, what are you listening to? Like, turn that off, you feel me? So like, I couldn't listen to that around them. But when I moved, that's when I was like, okay, I could do what I want to do. I'm about to listen to this. And then I was like, I actually like how this sound, you feel me? Like country music, you know, blues and all types of different genres of music, you know, and because it affects my music in a positive way, you know. So yeah, like the music that I grew up listening to is different from the type of music that I make. And I'm happy it is. Yeah.
Okay. And when you first moved down here, were you like, what the fuck is what is Florida music like? Did you like were you like thrown off? Like, cause some people when they come to Florida, especially New Yorkers, are like, what is this 954 speed up music and all this?
It's not 954 speed up music. It's just it's a different type of vibe of music than up north.
Like when I came here, that's the only thing that threw me off because I used to like. I would come here and visit and things like that because my mom, she's from Jamaica. So I already grew up on a Caribbean background. So I was already listening to Caribbean music and things like that. And then my biological father, which I don't know, he's from England. But so I was already had that foundation of music in me. But like when I came here, the only thing that was like different really was like fast pitch music. I'm like, why is speed up? But don't get me wrong though, I liked it though. It was different. It wasn't a bad different. So I would listen to it for a little short time. So I actually like it. When I went back up to Atlanta, you know, the Vision, I came up there playing fast music. They're like, what are you playing? What are you playing? You feel me? But yeah, that's one thing that's different though. I think that's definitely a Florida thing. Music sped up. Yeah, that's definitely a music thing. But the environment is different in a way as well. Like Florida is faster. It's fast. Like things move faster than, and like you know when I say that, it's like, how do I explain moving faster? Like things are slower up there. You know, here it's like you're always on the go. Like if you was to go to New York, everything's on the go. You feel me?
I love that.
Yeah, Florida is faster. Yeah, but I like it though. It's the only thing is just y'all weather's mad bipolar. Very very bipolar. It's always raining and things like that. But I like it though. It's cool.
I like your music, bro. Especially when you get into like the little rod wave women, like women broke my heart type of vibe. I'd be like, damn, what that girl do to you?
Please say that. You know what's crazy? I've never had a girlfriend, so I've never had my heart broke from a girl before.
So where you get the experience from? Do you just watch it from friends, or you just watching other people's relationships?
You've never had a girlfriend?
Nah, I ain't never had a girlfriend before. I've talked to like girls and things like that, but I've never had a girl. I've never been in a relationship.
Oh, you know what? Good for you.
He said, good for me.
Yeah, you're probably better off anyways.
No, but the inspiration would be like, it'd be basically women speaking to me about things they've been through. You know, I know for some reason I'm able to relate to people in a way, even though I've never been through certain things that they've been through, if that makes sense. It's kind of like an empath, if that makes sense. So I kind of understand what people go through without me actually going through it. And like I said, women telling me
it's
things.
Okay. It's your perspective interpretation of it. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a different view.
even if I don't relate to it, someone who's always listening to my music relates to it in a way. So that's a good thing as well. Yeah.
I like your song "Girl of My Dreams."
Oh, thank you. The remix. I made that up remix.
Yeah, I like that song too.
And
So
2020, that one's good too.
Yeah, that was a remix for TJ.
how would you describe the girl of your dreams? Like, who would be the girl of your dreams? Like, if you had to describe her.
The girl of my dreams. When you ask that, you mean like physical appearance or like
Anything. It could be personality,
Just in
physical.
general, yeah. It's a package deal.
it's a package deal.
She gotta be a big girl, right?
Hey, I got love for all women, all types.
Me too. I love my big girls. They need love too.
Yeah, they do need love. I'm gonna say woman that's confident, woman that knows she's beautiful and you know she's strong for what she stands for, not easily influenced. That's one thing. And personality, love and caring, you know, hard working and things like that. I like seeing traits in a woman that I don't see in myself, so that helps me to learn from someone else. That's I like that. I love my black women. You know, if I had a range, all my women from, you know, black women at the top, all types of black women. But I love all my races and things like, you know, my girl of my dreams. I don't know, I have a thing for women with braces for some reason. I don't know if that's
you know, braces come off, right?
Yeah, they do, but you know, they still look good. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I think of women with braces. I think that's weird, but you know, girl of my dreams.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to have a thing for girls who were just like kind of like preppy, like weird preppy, like braces. Like I used to just, I don't know what it was.
Glasses.
Just different. She just had to be different, stand out different. Like I don't know why.
Your own thing, not trying to follow nobody else. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So do you consider yourself like a hopeless romantic?
Hopeless romantic? What do you mean by that?
Like, are you a hopeless romantic?
Hopeless romantic? I can be romantic if that's what you mean. If that's what
okay, that works.
I'm gonna say that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I can be romantic. You know.
Rose, how would I explain it to a guy what that means?
Hopeless romantic, like just like I don't know, like being lonely. That's what you mean?
No. How do I explain it? Like, how would you explain like a hopeless romantic? I don't know. I guess girls just kind of know what that is. All right. So it's describing a person who has romantic notions about life. There we go. That's the easiest way.
Romantic notions.
Yeah, I just Googled it. It says a person who holds sentimental and idealistic views on love, especially in spite of experience, advice, and otherwise. So I guess not being in a relationship, but you still have a point of view and like
I know what it is.
I can't really. It's like a hard thing to kind of explain. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Then. Yeah. I would say that how I view myself. Because I know what a woman wants from what she doesn't, so I give her something that she doesn't. So yeah, I learned a new term because I ain't never heard that before.
No? Yeah.
He about to make a song about that.
Has it tattooed, but, you know.
You should make a song about that. I could see you doing something like that. And I wanted to ask you, are you into like poems or anything like that? Because your songs kind of, I feel like I can get a poem vibe from sometimes.
Actually, before I started writing music, I wrote poems. You know, I wrote
poems?
Yeah, I haven't wrote one in a long time.
Have like a poem that you know off the top of your head?
Do I have one that I know off the top of my head? No, I do not. It's been a long time since I wrote a poem. I probably could find one, but
no, you're good.
I probably could find one of my old ones, but I don't think I have one off the top of my head right now. It's been a little minute. Yeah, but yeah, I used to write poems. In church and out of church. You know, my mom, she was big on raising me.
Do you go to church a lot?
Yeah, my dude, she makes sure, you know, we go to church, you know, most of the time. You know, so yeah. But yeah, we haven't been because of the coronavirus and things like that in a little minute. But you know, that's one thing that she, even though we don't go to, if we don't go to church, she still makes sure that we have a religious foundation. So yeah, so that's a good thing.
That's good. So where you at now? Broward? Miami?
No, I'm in Broward, Florida. I live in Sunrise.
Oh, you're right by our office.
Oh, really, yeah.
Right? Is that where it is? I don't even know. I follow GPS, to be honest. I'm
Nah,
not
we're
familiar with
more
LA.
yeah, we're more in Pompano. But
Oh, okay. Close enough, right? So,
kind of. So I wanted to ask you, who's your top 5 artists growing up, like you listening to? I want to see who influenced you in your music. And I want to see if I got one of them right or something like that.
Top 5 artists growing up.
well, you can't. No. You gotta say what you think it is before he does, because then that doesn't. How are you gonna know if you're right?
Well, because I know my head, and if I say it, he might actually say it too.
That's cheating.
But my top 5 artists growing up, like that's changed. Like I said, I listen to all types of music, so that's changed a lot. Like
All right, so let's talk about the past top 5 and the now top 5.
Okay, let me see. Growing up, I'm gonna say Rich Homie Quan. Dang, okay. Rich Homie Quan. I'm gonna say Kevin Gates, Young Dolph. That's 3 right there.
How old are you now?
I'm 19.
Oh, of course. No wonder I don't know who half of these people are. I'm like a whole
you have
generation over.
Nah, Lisa, you have to know who Young Dolph is and Rich
sure
Homie Quan.
I have no. You know what it is? I know the songs. I don't really know the artist sometimes. That's my problem. Like I go out, I'm like, ooh,
okay.
Apple. Like I like this song, you know, and then I add it to my library, and then it just makes its way around, you know. Or I know the name of it. I hardly I gotta really look at the name sometimes. I'm off. And you know what? A lot of these new artists have young in front of it, or
Little.
some of the common phrases. So it's throwing me off here. Or Lil, you know, so it's Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie, Lil, what's the other one? Baby. Ooh, I like his new one though. What is it? Bigger Picture? I like that one.
Yeah, I like that song too. It speak about what's going on in the culture right now. I like that one.
If I really am into the song, I really know the artist, but sometimes it just kind of goes over my head.
Yeah, I even like the J. Cole joint that he put when he was talking about why did everybody look at him like he's a activist, like he's just a regular person.
Yeah. Yeah, J. Cole, another big influence as well, growing up. Lil Wayne, heard y'all say him. He's a big influence growing up. Now, I would say, I listen to all types of music. I feel like people that influenced my music for a while, I'm going to still say Rich Homie Quan. There's a youngin', his name is Tootsie. I'm not sure if I know who he is.
I know who that is.
Yeah, he's youngin'. I've been listening to him for a little minute. Lil Papa, he's Jacksonville.
I don't know Lil Papa now.
He Wild Wave. I say Wild Wave. I'm gonna say Wild Wave.
Okay, so yeah, I got the Raw Wave vibe, but I'm surprised you ain't say Wale or something. For some reason, I got a Wale vibe from you.
I love Wale though. I love him.
Wale, he hard. I used to listen to him, but I wouldn't say he influenced my music all the way. I would say more of a J. Cole.
J. Cole?
To influence that, yeah. But like I said, I try to listen to all types of different music, even if it's not music that I listen to all the time. Like even Summer Walker and Iko, you know, they are too. I don't really listen to them like that, but I heard a couple songs. Like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be fucking with some of their songs too.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about what do Painfully Golden mean to you?
Actually, okay, I dropped that. I released that tape in January of this year. A lot of those songs on that tape are old though. Like a lot of those are really old songs, and I wanted to put a project together to let people know this is me working on my sound, my craft, and things like that. But Painfully Golden basically was reason why I started doing music. One of the big influences why I started doing music was pain. You know, I'm not a type of person that really talks about how I feel and go to people for help and things like that. I like to deal with it on my own. So,
that's how you expressed it?
Music. Like I said, it was I've done negative things to express how I feel, but music, that was me finding a positive way to express myself. And I kept going with that, and I don't plan on stopping at no time. So that's what Painfully Golden is. Me, I feel like it's always room for improvement But people always say, "Oh, you the GOAT, you the GOAT." You feel me? You know, and that's good to hear. But you know, I said painfully goated because I had to go through pain. I had to go through obstacle trials and things like that to get to where I am now. So that's why I quoted painfully goated, because I had to go through the pain. I had to go through obstacles to get to a goal and achieve and accomplish things that I've accomplished.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could feel the pain with your music, boy. That shit. But I like music like that, man, because I can relate to that. I've been there. For me, I like some songs I could relate to, and that's why I like music like that. Especially that what song was it called? Real Me. That's an anthem right there, boy. We gotta put that in the club. That's some Meek Mill stuff right there.
And that's actually an old song. That song, you know, I actually like, you know, me looking back at those songs, I've seen that I've improved a lot from then and now. So I thank God for that. So, but yeah, that's Real Me. That's definitely when people was waiting on that song for more than 6 months. I had made a snippet, and everybody was like, "Drop that, drop that, drop that." You know, I'm not sure how many. It's almost at 40,000 streams on. I'm not even sure. It's on a lot of platforms. But shout out to Nate So Ugly. I'm not sure if y'all know who he is.
Nah.
Nate So Ugly. He's an influencer.
Yeah. Clark had sent him to our group chat that he be with Smooth Geo and other buddy. I forgot buddy's name, but yeah, they be all be together.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber. He's a big influencer.
Yeah, YouTuber. Yeah.
So he had showed love to a shout out to him. He had posted it and put it in intro.
Intro. Yeah, I had seen that when I was looking. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, we were supposed to have him come on like last year, I think, but there was complications, so yeah, it never happened. Yeah.
So crazy. Have like record labels or anything reached out to you, or you been signed with any?
A couple have. Yeah. Not really big major ones, but like, you know, small ones, ones. So they've been reaching out.
That's good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you gonna sign with them, or you waiting for the right deal?
Right now, I'm trying to be independent, trying to build a strong foundation and a support system on my own. If God allows it, and you know, like if like a major label comes my way, you know, I'm probably not gonna deny them. But right now, a lot of the deals that are being offered are 360 deals. Not sure if y'all are not if y'all have like info like how much y'all know about what a 360 deal is, but right now for upcoming artists,
you're selling your soul. That's all I know. When a 360 deal comes, I mean you're selling your soul. But go ahead and break it down for people who don't know exactly what it is. If you could break it down for us.
360, I'm not as much as knowledgeable on the topic myself as well, but I know little that 360 deal as an upcoming artist, a 360 deal is not really a good deal because they take a percentage of everything you own, everything that comes in that's music related. So if you do a show, they take a percentage out of that. You know, if you get money from radio play, they take a percentage out of that. Music you make, everything that you make as money, you know, they take a percentage of it. And for upcoming artists that doesn't have that much coming in, that's not good for them to be taking.
Right. It's not conducive to you at all.
Yeah, so that's why I said if I was to do a 360 deal, I would have to be more successful than I am right now, so I can at least make something from whatever's coming in.
If you get to that point, I don't even think you need them unless it's like you wouldn't be a 360 if you get that far in your life anyway.
You need a 360.
Yeah. So let's get to Stolen Volume 1. How much reviews you did, what streams you did with that, and they just dropped it last month?
Yeah, I dropped it sometime last month. At the end of the month, actually. So it hasn't been a full month yet, almost a full month, but I know it has more than 10,000 plus streams on it, and it's 6 songs on it, 6 songs.
Yeah, and you pretty much did remixes to all like different songs.
Remixes.
Yeah, I like that vibe. That's like something Lil Wayne should do and Tory Lanez be doing. Do you plan on doing like a continue with that, like a Stolen Volume 2, 3, 4, or are you just gonna leave it like that's it?
A lot of people was asking me I should do that. They were telling me that I should do that. And I'm like, okay, why not? For me, you know, what I do right now, maybe not just yet, because right now I'm working on a tape. The Stolen Volume 1 was just to build a buzz for my tape that I planned on dropping this month. But, you know, because of the riots and coronavirus and things like that, it slowed a lot of things down. So I'm going to drop it next month. But, you know, I'm working on it right now. I'm trying to drop visuals for at least 2 songs, if God willing, this month or the beginning of next month. And then I'm going to drop the tape, probably going to have 9 to 11 songs on it. and I'm gonna drop. That's gonna go on all platforms. Stolen Volume 1 was only put on YouTube, Audio Mac, and SoundCloud because of copyright reasons. Next month, I'm trying to drop a tape that's gonna go on all platforms, all streaming platforms.
How does that work with the copywriting thing? Like you said, so if you put it on Apple, what happens to you? Don't get paid from that, right? The original owner does.
No, they'll knock it down, or they can sue.
Oh, they'll take it down. Oh, okay.
It's either they'll knock it down immediately, or depending on how they have it set up, they'll let it play. Money will come in, and then they'll come up with their contract or whatever, take all the money that you owned or that you made already, and plus more from someone.
Okay, so I'll be wondering, because I'll be seeing artists do remixes on Apple, so I'll be wondering, like, what's going on?
I'm not too much educated on that, but I think that they actually get in touch with the artists themselves, and then they'll get the get go that they can do that, and or if they can't. Same thing with like a beat. You know, I could if I go on YouTube and I upload a beat, I record a song for a YouTube beat and I upload it to Apple Music. It's either the same thing, they're gonna either knock it down immediately or take all the money that I've earned from it and plus more suing me, whatever contract they have attached to the beat. Or say if I know the YouTube beat maker, I could just consult with him and talk to him and this, that, and the third, and let him know, okay, I'm finna do this, and he probably won't even charge me for the beat because we have such a good connection, and then I upload it. So it's all about letting them know what you're doing from what you're not doing, contract related and things like that. So that's basically how that works.
All right. Yeah, I learned something new too. So break down your creative process. What's your creative process like?
Creating music really depends on how I'm feeling, like in the mood. If I'm in like a love song mood, if I'm like in a get hype, get lit mood, or pain, feel my pain music, like anywhere I really want to tap into. It really depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. Most times, like I said, a lot of my music is pain music, so it's I write it, so I can actually, put down what I want to say. And sometimes if it's just like me, like, if I want to just like have a vibe, get lit, I'll just probably go in and I'll just go in studio and I'll just record something freestyle, like off the dome. But I really do that as much because I like being like, it depends, because I have my own setup on my producer's crib. But if I go to I can do that at his crib. But if I'm going to a studio and I'm paying for studio time, I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste none of my money. So I'll go there prepared with lyrics and beats ready to record so I can knock out these 4 songs in like 2 hours so I can get the most of my money.
Yeah.
That's good strategizing skills.
If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be? I'm
gonna say anything about music industry, right? Music industry.
Yeah.
I was deals, contracts. Let an artist know, like, a lot of people are money hungry. You feel me? So they're not gonna let you know, especially if they know that you're not knowledgeable about a certain topic or subject, and that they can scam you out your money. I feel like I wish that labels, in the industry would let the artists know what they're getting into and actually be like, not to like labels on your side. I realized that, I learned that, they're not on your side. They're not trying to help you. They're just trying to make money off you. So I wish that was different. So like a lot of these upcoming artists wouldn't be stuck in bad situations when it comes to contracts and something to do.
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't like for your music career? Like what do you think you'd be doing if you wasn't doing music?
If I wasn't doing music, I'll be in school right now. Like I actually, after I graduated, I went to BC and did a semester in the fall. After like, I'm not really in the school, but I'm not gonna say school's not for me because you can always make something be for you. Like if it just takes dedication and things like that. So, I'm always ready to learn something new. So I went to school. I was doing what I was supposed to do, but then when the virus pandemic happened, when that happened, like and they made school online from home, that's when everything started. Like, I have to be in a classroom, I have to be, working face to face with you. I can't really do that from home. Plus,
you don't like the online thing?
It's hard to be disciplined. I feel like you need a lot of self-discipline to do online school.
You need a lot of self-discipline.
I've done it myself, but I just remember how self-discipline, like I had to turn my phone off at a certain time. If not, I would catch myself on social media or texting friends or on the phone. And, you gotta definitely dedicate yourself for sure.
that's what made it hard because I do music. So I'm like, I'm not in school. So I'm, my music, okay, I'm doing my music, this, that, and the third. So that kind of like, took a toll on that and a negative one at that. So, but I'm going to go back to school. God's been opening up a lot of doors and getting me in places that I wouldn't have seen myself a year ago. So I know that I'm on the right track. So I'm doing what I'm doing. But after everything slows down and I get to where I want to be at, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go back to school for sure. I'm going to go back to school, get my bachelor's in zoology. But I don't know if I'm going to be 50 years old recording in the studio. But I can see myself 50 years old out in the wild helping a sick.
I give you props because you're probably like one of the smartest rappers, singers, artists, artists. Yeah, I heard you kind of singing, so I feel like I can't really say you're just one thing, Yeah. But I feel like you as an artist, you're probably like one of the smartest. It's like one of the smartest things I've ever heard anyone really say. Yeah. Like you realize, like he really said, like that was like he really is thinking. Sometimes I feel like they go with a goal and they don't really stick to it, or like it doesn't work out and they have no plan B. And I just personally, like, I got a degree and then I went to, like, I do hair now. I own a barber shop. So I am nowhere near going through, my degree and wasting my 7 years doing that and realizing I had a passion for something completely else. Or that you want to do something at the same time of doing that, because you can probably correlate both of them if you had to, but it's just, I think that's smart being your age, and we've had younger people, and I just feel like having a plan B, or someone having, A and going to B, but I feel like that was very, very, very smart.
Even though, like, always have a plan. It doesn't always have to be a plan B or plan C, but always have another route, because, like, you never know what obstacles may come your way. You always have to, always have a plan, and you have to execute it and do what you got to do to get to where you want to be at, no matter what you have to do, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's my plan though. I'm definitely gonna go back to school for something. I was gonna go to school for nursing, but I went to BC because I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do. I just know I love helping. It doesn't have to specifically be people, but I just love helping and things like that. And growing up, Animal Planet, Nat Geo Wild, animals, all types of stuff. I grew up loving animals and things like that.
Do you watch Tarzan on Instagram and stuff too?
Yeah, I used to watch him a lot on Instagram. I used to watch him a lot. So growing up,
what's your favorite animal? Like, what would be your ultimate animal to work with?
Oh, my ultimate animal? I'm gonna have to say wolves. I'm probably say this.
Yeah.
That's far. Yeah, I'm gonna say wolves. But yeah, growing up, around animals and things like that, I had a lot of dogs and stuff like that. Grandmother, she owned a farm. So, going to Jamaica, they own farms and things like that. So I have a love for animals. So I'm like, if I love helping and I love animals, why not love helping animals? So, I figured that out after my semester at BC. So I'm like, that's what I'm going to go back to school for. Passionate about music and passionate about animals. So that's my plan. So I'm going to get that done.
All right. Well, we got less than a minute. So go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you and where to keep tuning on you.
I bet. It's your boy Dae Dal. You can find me on Instagram at DaeDal.Tm. Twitter is Real Dae Dal. You can find me on all social media platforms at DaeDal.Tm. If you want an easier way to find, you can Google it, DaeDal.Tm, and everything will pop up. And so that's where you can find me. Appreciate you for having me. This was a blessing for real. Thank you.
All right, no problem, man.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure meeting you. I love your music. Keep it up.
Damn, man, you got a bright future, bro. Musically. Absolutely. Or whatever you decide to do. For the culture.